This is Dawn, who is the owner of Scissors and Lace, and two of her employees, Valerie and Dallas. Dawn, explain what kind of business you're running. Why do you think it's necessary for the workers to dress like this?
Well, it's actually not necessary. This is what they enjoy, and this is where men are going to want to come to get their hair cut. Why go to a normal barbershop when you can come for $15 and see lovely ladies in lingerie?
How well do they cut hair?
Very well.
Do they?
Absolutely. Got two guys right here that just got their hair cut.
Stand up, guys, and turn around. Let's take a look at you. Where did you learn to cut hair?
I went to Wilford myself.
Wilford Academy. All right. And where did you learn to cut hair?
I went to vocational.
Vocational school?
Vocational also.
So you have a license to cut hair? Okay. Dallas and Valerie, how do you feel about working dressed like this?
It really doesn't bother me. Actually, I'm wearing more than what they wear on the beach.
Okay.
So.
It's like I'm at the beach, you know.
Well, as I said, not everyone is happy about this. Let me introduce Dallas's boyfriend, Jerry. Jerry, raise your hand. And this is Valerie's cousin, Ronnie. Jerry, how do you feel about your girlfriend going to work wearing lingerie or a bathing suit or whatever?
Not much to it.
Not much.
You know, how would you like to go out? All the guys hitting on your girlfriend. It's not too good.
So have you talked to her about it?
Oh, yes.
What does she say?
Who pays the rent? How you gonna make money?
Valerie, do you feel you could work in a legitimate
I have.
beauty salon? You have?
Yes.
But if the male customers only want to come to you because you're half dressed, don't you think that it's degrading?
No, it's not degrading, because I had a lot of male customers, you know, that have followed me here.
From the other salon?
Right.
Do they say anything when they see your new attire?
No. Well,
No?
wow. I get a bigger tip.
Ronnie, how do you, what about you? What do you think about Valerie wearing? Let me get our microphone on. Mystic, you work in a club. Do you cut hair?
No.
Okay. The club where you work has come under a lot of fire because it's within 2,500 feet of a school. Do you think people have a right to be upset?
No, not necessarily, because you have to be 21 to get into this club.
Right.
There's no mirrors, there's no windows where you could walk by the club and see what's going on.
Are there pictures of the girls outside?
No.
Okay.
There's pictures outside. There's spray-painted faces outside of the club, but it's just a face.
Nothing else?
No, you can't see anything.
Okay, your cousin, Maria, is with us today. Maria, come on out. Maria, we've heard about one family where he says the whole family sits or talks about it. You're a cousin to Mystic. What's happening in your family?
Okay, well, it's like we can't even go to the store to get like a soda or something without someone asking, did Mystic make it to Playboy yet? I mean, this is my brother's friends. They're like 18. They're coming to the house. Yo, can Mystic autograph this for us? Yo, I mean, this is.
She's become the celebrity of the family and of the town.
Yeah, but what type of celebrity?
Okay, how do you feel about it?
It's upsetting.
It is?
Yeah.
What do you think she ought to do?
Data entry, secretarial work. You know, the list goes on. She's not stupid.
Have you thought about data entries?
I used to work for Honda. I had a full-time job, and if I could make, you know, they're making $200-300 a week when I can make $500-600 a night.
But what you gonna do when you 40 though?
How do you answer that, Maria?
I wonder what she's gonna do when she's 40 and she don't have that body.
Okay.
Well, do it now while you can.
Exactly.
You got the body now. Do it now.
Body and I'm able
Live.
to do it
You know?
instead of
Right.
But do you really think?
I choose
no,
to
no,
dance.
no, no. Do you really think that you're gonna have a substantial amount of money from what you're doing right now to actually like have a foundation with a home, a car? I mean, that's gonna last.
Actually, it's more possible with her doing it now than it
Now,
would working at
then-
Honda.
And we're having fun.
Think about Ashley working at these places. You don't mind the places. That's not bothering you.
No, because
You don't mind where they're located. That's not bothering you.
No.
You don't mind that she does this. That's not degrading to you, and that's not bothering you.
No.
Then what is bothering you?
Well, it's like the painter's house is the only house on the block that doesn't have no paint on it. And you know, the automotive mechanic, his is the only car that don't run on the block. Well, my old lady, she models lingerie, so there's a little bit less romance at the house because she does it all day. So
When
she's
she
too
comes
tired.
home at night, she's too tired to paint the house or repair the car. Got it.
Or cook the supper, or
Cook this or anything else.
yes.
Now, you are also a bartender at a topless club.
Yes.
So why is it okay for you to work there and not your girlfriend to work at wherever it is she works?
Well, number one, it's my job to serve alcohol.
Right?
It's not my job to go out and excite women to
So
give
yours
me
is
money.
not being involved with sex or
That's it.
sexual activities all day.
That's true.
Can I ask you a question? When you come home, are you tired?
Yes. And I don't serve drinks at my house. I don't bartend in my house because I am tired. But there's certain parts to a relationship that, you know, when you come home, I'm not too tired to love on my old lady.
Okay. Let's meet Ashley, old lady. Come on out. Wait, how do you like being referred to
Thank
as
you.
an old lady?
Oh,
Loses something, right?
yeah, yeah.
First, tell us what you do for a living. Do you dance in a club?
Well, I dance and
And
go totally nude. Or
Totally nude. So this is a completely nude club. Okay, he has, your boyfriend, live-in, whatever, has no problem with that?
well, some problem.
Some problem.
It's in it.
When did the problem develop? About a minute
Well-
ago.
Well, there's some problem with her new job in the tanning salons. They have private rooms, and it's an all-female staff, and so the security problem, you know, she's a small, petite girl. And if
Okay.
one of these big, hairy-legged boys decides to get out, you know, what's a little girl gonna do?
So now we have fatigue and lack of sexual desire as being the main problems. How do you feel about that, Ash?
Ramona does bikini contests locally.
Now, I just said, how do you earn a living wearing a bikini?
They have contests, like a lot of them during the summer. We live in Orlando, so there's a lot of them. And she just goes up on stage, does her thing. She does not say one word. Nobody knows how intelligent she is.
Right?
It's just looks. They're just looking at her body, and they're giving her money, prizes. That's it.
When you enter a bikini contest, you get money? You make a living entering bikini contests.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
what. Well, she also has another job as a waitress, but I mean a legitimate waitress job. But
do you-
she quit school to do this.
How do you feel about her quitting school to wear a bikini?
She's so intelligent. She is so much smarter than that. I thought that, you know, she would never do anything like that. I mean, we were raised better than that, but
It's too small to wear a bikini?
she's just so much, but she's so intelligent. It's not even funny. She's a very smart girl.
Okay.
And she could just do so much better with herself.
Okay, let's ask her what E equals MC square means. Let's hear what Ramona has to say about this. Come on out, Ramona. What do you think of your cousin?
My sister.
Sister.
Exactly what just happened. They're screaming, and they're just looking at her body. That's it.
Ramona, I still have a little trouble with how you earn a living wearing a bikini. Do they pay everyone who enters the contest?
No. There's a circuit in Orlando. I'm sure there's like in California or most sunshine states. We have a circuit, and girls go around to like smaller clubs, to like Razzles and Daytona, little clubs like that, and they'll have a bikini contest. And what it is you just come out like I did. It's basically probably 30 minutes long, and you can win up to maybe $500. And usually there's about 3 places, and top 3 girls make some money. And the reason why I do these contests is because, I mean, being 5'3" and wanting to model is very hard. So doing bikini contests is a way of exposure for myself. And granted, it started out like doing Hawaiian Tropic or Venus or bigger, broader contests that are more like a pageant. And
So there's
they
a whole
ended up, and that's
world.
why she doesn't really like them, because they're like bars that I'm doing these contests
It's
in.
dangerous.
And
It's
she's
very
afraid that
dangerous.
somebody's gonna follow me home one day, and you know, she doesn't like.
There
what
was a time I went with her because I was afraid that she was gonna, Daytona Beach, spring break, there's so many people drunk 24 hours a day. We were leaving.
Can't bring herself to tell people what her sister-in-law does for a living. Tammy's sister-in-law, Steffi, is a stripper. Before we bring her out, Tammy, tell me how the family feels about Steffi's job.
I do not discuss that with my family. I've been
Why?
married. Because it's embarrassing. And so we don't tell my friends.
Are you married to her brother? Is that
Yes.
the way you're a sister-in-law?
Yes.
Okay.
We have two children, and they don't know, and they always want to go out and visit Stephanie, but we can't let them because of what she does for a living.
Wouldn't it be better to tell the children honestly what she does for a living than to...
Well, maybe when they get older and they can understand, but right
Right.
now they're too young to understand. You know, and they see things like, oh, they think it's funny if they see a new person, you know.
Is it
So-
a big embarrassment for you? You don't talk about it with
Yeah,
the family, but
right.
is it an embarrassment?
I have a big family, and nobody knows about it.
No one knows.
No.
She has a secret profession where no one knows
No,
what she
my
does.
family
In
doesn't
your
know.
family.
Right.
Your family does not know.
My family doesn't know.
Let's meet Steffi and find out how she pulls off the secret. Come on out, Steffi. What are you thinking? What are you thinking?
Well, that's my point. It's just disgusting. She's very pretty, and she needs to use her brain more than her body.
So all the relatives have agreed that their family members are intelligent.
Oh, yes.
It isn't a matter of that. Steffi, it's no secret to you that the family does not approve of what you do. What do you say to the family?
Well, it's mainly the in-laws that don't approve, because my mother was a stripper, and I started when I was 15. I put myself through college. I bought my first house when I was 23 by myself.
Does she pay tax?
And now I believe that I believe every
Nude Steakhouse, as well as other X-rated businesses in Longview, Texas. Let me also introduce Marsha Lynn, who went from being an ordinary working single mom to leading citizens in a fight to get X-rated businesses out of residential neighborhoods. She's also the founder and president of The Hall. It's a community newspaper here in New York. David, let me start with you. Why'd you take a family restaurant and add the nude dancers? Were you doing that poorly?
Actually, the Shed Steakhouse was in operation for quite some time. They went out of business, and Andy Anderson and myself, my partner, got the idea through several clubs that are very successful in the Dallas area.
So you didn't own it, and then business was going down, and
No.
then you did the other thing. Okay, Marcia, it seems like there's been a lot of G-rated businesses going X-rated these days, right? How do you feel about that?
I think it's a real problem. I think that the basic problem is that community activists like me are not really interested in the kind of business, but where they're located. And I think that now...
So is your theory they can have the video peep shows, they can have the
I mean,
bars,
look,
they can have everything?
Absolutely. Look, this has been around since time began.
Okay.
We're not the moral police. We just feel that they should be zoned into an area. That's why Mayor Giuliani put a moratorium on the biggest city, the best city in the world. He has said, no X-rated businesses for 1 year till we can find the legislation that makes it proper for them to open. And Steam Heat, I know that somebody's here from that club.
Who's here from Steam
I think somebody's here from Steam Heat. They opened up that club knowing that the moratorium was in effect, and they went ahead as an insult to the community and opened up, and I think that's disgusting.
We started building the club before he even started any of that.
The people
Before
in
Giuliani started anything, the club was already almost
The
finished.
people in Queens closed down Runway 69 2.5 years ago.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Obviously, you women are very beautiful, and I would not want anything bad to happen to you. But I don't know how much we have to stress the dangers involved. I mean, I don't want you to have to learn the hard way. I don't know if you feel any...
I agree with you. I think it's dangerous.
I don't know if they feel any less of a woman if they have to clothe themselves.
And outside the club, we have
Honey,
security.
none of you feel any danger. We are wrong in being worried about you.
dangerous.
You do. One does.
Now, in a
Yes.
club, it is very